Hello there everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play the Dark Mod. In the previous episode, we completed the Chronicles of Skullduggery's first mission, Pearls and Swine. And in this episode, we will be starting Snowed In. I want to talk a little bit about the Dark Mod before we actually start this mission though, and before I talk a little bit about the Chronicles of Skullduggery, because I want to get my thoughts on that now that it's all been completed. If you don't care about me talking about the Dark Mod before we get into other things, then in the comments section, I will try to remember to put a link in it to allow you to skip ahead to where we actually talk about the Chronicles for a tiny bit, maybe like 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and start Snowed In. So this should take like 5 minutes, I think, total. Well, 7 minutes all told with the Chronicles of Skullduggery. Alright, so first, the Dark Mod. I mentioned during the Chronicles of Skullduggery episodes that I was playing through Thief Gold again. I had reinstalled that game to try to teach myself what to do against the AI and to compare it with the Dark Mod's guards and their awareness. And I am finding it difficult to play through Thief now, because I am beginning to get used to the Dark Mod's AI. Unbeknownst to any of you, I had been also playing through Dishonored again. I'm not recording it, but when I had put my survey together, and when I added the Dark Mod as one of the options for the category for sneaking games, I was actually in the mood to play the sneaking game, having put it up there. And I decided, well, you know, I like Dishonored. Why not install that and play that again? It'll be a good practice in case the Dark Mod wins. And now that I've been playing through the Dark Mod, when I fired up Dishonored, I'm up to the Lord Regent, I find that I can't play it because it's just too easy. I'm finding it difficult to enjoy these amazing stealth games that I've played years ago because I'm really loving the increased AI's perception abilities in the Dark Mod, and they're still set to challenging, and I'm getting used to that. Oh, we probably want to look hard. So it's been great. I've really enjoyed this, and forcing myself to play on challenging. I can't imagine now not playing it on challenging. I think like 2 episodes ago for the Chronicles of Skullduggery, not even the first one of those, not even a score to settle has been uploaded yet to my channel. I was asking you guys, what do you think? Should I play it on forgiving because that means less reloads? But I don't think I can do that any longer. I think I have to leave it on challenging for at least one more fan mission. I think. So I suppose what I'm trying to get at is I want to thank all of you who voted for the Dark Mod. There was a little bit of time during a score to settle when I really felt that this game wasn't meant for me, that it was surely meant for incredibly skilled, hardcore thieves who can ghost every single mission, not use any special arrows, or not knock out any guards, and the Dark Mod was made for them. And it is, in fact, the case, I believe, in the end. However, I think I'm good enough to be competent at it. Maybe not good, but competent. And so, thank you. If this game hadn't been voted for, I never would have realized the incredible upgrades that are possible to do for the AI in a stealth game. It's been amazing, and I really like it. I also want to quickly say that playing the missions off-screen has been incredibly beneficial to my enjoyment of when I record the game. The Chronicles of Skullduggery took me about 4 episodes, but I had an extra about 4 hours playing it off screen, just so I could get a feel for the map, a feel for where it was I was going, and understand what my objectives were, and paid a little bit more attention to where it was I was hunting for loot, like the little sack of coins hidden in the awning above the window of Cohen's shop, for example. If I had recorded that when I played through that game, we would have spent like 30 minutes searching the streets for that. And so, again, I think it's really helpful to the recordings I'm doing for the Dark Mod that I play this off screen for a bit. And you should expect me to do that for all the maps that I am playing from now on. I will put in some time before I ever hit record, so this way you are entertained. Because otherwise, there's going to be numerous cuts waiting for guard patrols as I stand and watch them, and numerous cuts of me reloading the game as well, which I think detract from a Let's Play of any stealthy game. Really quick, a few more things. I know I put a cut here because I wanted to talk about the Chronicles of Skullduggery, but actually a few more things really quick. I like that the Dark Mod doesn't treat you like an idiot. It doesn't have loot that sparkles or shines to try to draw your attention to it. There's no dark vision to let me see where all the loot is, or let me see where the enemies are walking and see their cone of vision, or highlight all the important things that I feel like if I'm not using that, I'm not playing the game effectively. There's the maps as well. When you have them, it doesn't pinpoint your exact location. You have to kind of figure out where you are based on the sparse maps that you have so far. And there's no objective markers that at least I saw that I can turn on to show me where it is I need to go to get my objectives done. I really like this. I miss this sort of thing, actually. Like the original Thief Gold, fantastic. No loot sparkled. None. The map was just a general map. You had a general, like, it would highlight the area you were about in, but it wouldn't tell you your exact location. And sometimes the maps, they were really sparse, and I really like that. And no objectives, like no objective markers. You had to piece together what you needed to do based on the notes you read. Amazing. I really feel like the Dark Mod has captured the soul of the original Thief games. And now that I know you can lower the difficulty of the AI should you desire it, I really feel like I am a new convert to this amazing game engine. Because I can't think of a reason why you shouldn't download it and begin enjoying all the fan missions. It's free. All this is free. And it's amazing. It's really amazing. And if, like me, you begin to think that the challenging AI, or if you had thought the challenging AI was too difficult, you could lower it to forgiving or deaf and blind, I think is what it's called. Let's see really quick. Nearly blind, yep. Is this like nearly deaf? Nearly deaf, yep. How about that? I did not realize that was the case. So, yeah, I recommend it. I really do. It's really great. All right, now let me talk about the Chronicles of Skullduggery just for a bit. So, I should be fair to all the maps that I have played, by the way. I don't mean to single out the Chronicles of Skullduggery 1 with what I'm about to say next, because it applies to all of the maps I've done. The map makers, level designers, fan mission creators have done an amazing job. Playing through the Chronicles of Skullduggery, I really loved it. I like all of these. They're amazing. They feel like they're part of the original Thief world. The urban city streets, the music you hear as you sneak through them, the little bit of loot that you're finding in all the various locations, the encouragement to explore your surroundings, to find secrets, where the guards are placed and how they patrol. It's all so well done. I'm really impressed with what I have played so far. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you. Thank you, people who have made the maps I am playing. I really enjoyed the Chronicles of Skullduggery as well. I've liked all the ones I've played, but that first Chronicles of Skullduggery really stood out to me because of all the different little things you can find. When it comes to playing MMOs or other games that are more open world, I am an explorer type of player. I like running into caves I've never been in before to see what's in them. Is there something unique in them? I want to know. What's in this shop here in Stormwind City? I'm going to walk in and see if there's any conversation or something I can read inside this place. What's over there behind those trees in Fallout New Vegas? I want to know what's in all these locations. And I'm not doing it necessarily for the loot. I do it because I like seeing all these little things that other people might miss. And the Chronicles of Skullduggery, that it rewards you for checking things by having all this secret loot around and secret quests and everything, it was wonderful. I really liked it. And again, I don't really want to... I'm not knocking all the other missions I've played. I've liked all of them, with the possible exception of the Swing, but that's only because the Swing was not my type, the type of map that I was interested in playing. I want more thievy, sneaky missions rather than an obstacle course. But that said, I still appreciated the amount of work that went into it and the ideas that were behind... Who created again? Comag? And his idea to create that type of level. It was great idea. Great idea. Not my thing, but I can see why people would like it. In any case, I just want to thank Beanie, I think is the level designer for the Chronicles of Skullduggery 1. That was amazing. But thank you all you fan mission makers. I'm really impressed with everything that you have done so far. It's been a real pleasure to play these maps. Okay. With all that said, it's actually kind of late. It's 11 o'clock p.m. I've got like 30 minutes, so we're gonna start Snowed In, but there's gonna be an awkward cut as I'm gonna need to get to sleep, and then I'll pick this up the other half of this tomorrow at some point. So let's go ahead and read about Snowed In and begin the mission. So I think I have to select it down here. Snowed In, Godwell and Kingzall. I think these were the makers of the mission. A mysterious visitor, a hunger-stricken town, an unfinished snowman. It's time to set these things right. Thank you to Epifire and Skaki for beta testing. Thank you to Moonbow for his briefing video script revision. Oh, seeing that, by the way, reminds me. Pearls and Swine had an update to it between when I had installed it compared to when I was playing it. So there might be some small changes in it if you go and download it and play it yourself. Just a heads up about that. All right, so, well, let's go ahead and start Snowed In.
Getting visitors in this town is never a good sign. The only people who want to come to Ravenward are criminals fleeing from the executioner's blade or worse, tax collectors. But the latest traveler seems to be cut from a different cloth. The man goes by the name of Bolero, and he arrived by carriage a few nights back, booking a room at the local inn. Why someone as well dressed as him would want to visit a dying town in the middle of a harsh winter is beyond me. So I decided to hang around the inn with the hopes of getting a good look at him. After a few hours spent huddling out in the freezing cold, a fine horse and carriage appeared through the swirling snow. From it stepped Bolero, a portly man with a large sack slung over his shoulder. As he got out, he tossed the sack into the back of the carriage and flipped a couple of coins to the inn's guardsmen, telling them to protect it with their lives. If that sack is worth hiring a couple of toughs over, then it's worth trying to make it mine. The snow's letting up now. Most respectable folks are asleep, and it's time for disreputable types like me to get to work.
I always forget. I have to click a button, I think, at the end of these, or it won't bring us to the objectives. Okay, so we're going to play on hard. The only difference seems to be we have to steal an extra 100 loot. We could play on expert, but I don't like playing on expert. I am a strictly... I gotta be careful what I say out loud. We will play on the second difficulty for all of these missions that we do. Generally, I feel like I must be able to defend myself if it comes right down to it, or if a guard kills me like 3 or 4 times, then on that 5th reload, he gets an arrow in the back of his skull instead of me trying to sneak past him again. So generally, I can kill guards on hard difficulty level. That seems to be the case here, but I will still make every attempt to not do so. So, what are our objectives? Find out what's inside Bolaro's bag. Steal 900 loot. After you're done tonight, head back home. Alright, let's get started. Two moss arrows, 2 flash bombs, 1 noisemaker, and 1 rope arrow. Our lantern as well. A very basic map of the town we are staying in. We are to the far left of this map. The carriage we're interested in is outside the stables to the right, by the post office. Some missions give you food that you can actually use to heal yourself. This is one of those missions. You'll note that we did not actually get to purchase any equipment before we started out, though. Ah, we are the same Corbin that we were playing before, I think. Suite 2, Miss Belvedere. I believe that's probably a nod to the sitcom in the 80s, Mr. Belvedere. It's too cold for water arrows to be used. So we get snowballs in this episode, or this map, to put out torches.
I've completely lost track of the time. I hope they haven't left yet. What was that sound?
Oh, Lord, don't forgive me. What was that?
What was that? Just the wind, I guess.
I thought I saw someone, but there's nothing now. Oh, damn. I'm not getting any dinner, am I?
I know it's possible to jump up on that.
Something.
Well, there should be no guards on patrol tonight. Are they going to wait for someone to actually break in here before they finally listen?
That is our apartment. We'll wait until he's a little less suspicious before we go in there.
There's nowhere else they could hide.
Oh, sounds like a guard out here had heard the arrow. Unless maybe one of these guards had just given up. And the one guard had given up and gone back to his normal post. we are not the only thief. I don't see anything worth taking in that room. He's probably already pocketed anything worth having. To be fair to our thief friend, that rope arrow is worth more than anything we could have found in his room. Beyond more rope arrows. Having some way to increase our movement is so beneficial. Let's see what that strange crystal was illuminating that we saw before. Germain, I am writing you this letter out of desperation. You are the only reliable man I trust who has yet to flee town. One of the pipes under the post office burst open last night, causing our maintenance basement to flood and freeze over. Unfortunately, this is where our electrical machinery resides, and now has completely stopped working. So the job I am offering you is simple. I need you to head down into the Raven Ward sewers. Warm up the piping and clear out the snow down there too. Be sure to shut off the nearby water overflow valve before doing so, to ensure this job is done correctly. I have bundled with this letter some fire arrows for you to use. I understand that you wish to have no more dealing with the city's folk, but please consider my request not for me, but out of clemency for those awaiting letters and packages during this season. I have included your payment up front, in full. If you complete this task within 3 days of writing, I will also provide a bonus payment. Please, Germain, we are depending on you. Sincerely, Postmaster Pat. So getting past those guards we saw before was probably going to be very difficult. We'd have to fire a few arrows behind us where we came from to get them to face that way and go in that direction. I generally prefer just going around guards of that sort rather than distracting them if I can do so. There's always the risk that when I take out the bow and arrow, they turn around and suddenly see me. When you have any weapon wielded in the Thief series, you are slightly more visible than without it. If you take a look at our light gem, you can see it gets a little brighter with our sword out. Reward, 5,000 for theft. Age, 18. Height, 5 feet, 3 inches. Weight, 125 pounds. Light hair, blue eyes, and something features. is the lesser of the... I can't really read it.
These don't need to be here.
Let's see what Jermaine might be up to down here in the sewer system. Spiders. Not just any spiders. Ice spiders. Spicers, we'll call them. They seem to be immune to normal arrows. They get deflected right off their ice chitin plating.
Well, I guess Jermaine's out of the picture. Looks like something froze him to death.
I think we're finding that water valve to complete his task for him, or the postmaster, unfortunately. All the sewer system is also frozen over completely. Sure enough. Broadhead arrows will not do the job. We do have some fire arrows. Let's see if they'll do the job instead. We might not be able to save the town, but we can at least avenge Jermaine, who made an attempt to actually save the town. Fire arrows are explosive. In addition to dealing fire damage, they will damage things in AoE. Maybe we can destroy both spiders with one bottle if I'm able to target it correctly and get both of them within the AoE. Or all three spiders. An ice arrow. I'm not sure what that is actually used for. Oh, we took a little bit of damage as well, I think, from the fire arrow. I have not fired the ice arrow in my practicing this mission. I'm going to assume it does something like that. It's similar to the fire arrow, only it does ice damage instead. These looks like they might have at one point been some sort of system for the water, but we're not going to be able to interact with these at all. Now, something I liked doing in the Thief games was making sure my aim was right when I was firing an arrow to help me mantle up, especially a rope arrow. Rope arrows embed themselves into wood, similar to our normal arrows, so I usually would fire a broadhead into a surface to make sure I was at the right angle, and what I was firing into was wood, because I'd rather waste a 25 gold broadhead in the Base Thief game rather than a 200 gold rope arrow. That did embed in it. That is a rope arrow. Let's see if that's good enough to get me up there. Can't say I envy this guy being out here at night in the cold. We have yet to have weather like this here in New Jersey so far this year. I don't see any other place we could get to from this roof. Oh.
Thought I heard something. I guess I was wrong.
Was a very nasty fall. have to hold down F when you throw one of them, or it won't actually throw. Headmaster Irondis issuing a detention slip. He's good and well asleep. Looks like he fell asleep eating dinner.
I need to find him a good set of eyes.
Indeed. I did not find the eyes when I have been playing. Coal, right? 2 pieces of coal. Most of the fires that burn in this game are not coal. They are wood. But the guards that were outside of our inn were near a different type of fire. Maybe that is where we can get the coal from. You can get stuck in this building. I am not sure how you know that until it happens to you. It totally happened to me when I had been testing this map, or rather getting some practice in on it. And to my knowledge, there is nothing inside either of these structures. It's a silo, and I didn't take the map with me, but some sort of processing plant for it. Alright, everyone. So I think I probably should put a cut here. And when we come back, we'll do some more exploring the town of Ravenward. And I will see you guys then. Thanks for watching, everyone.